This is 2K Sports, broadcasting from Houston, Texas. As the Rockets take it to the hardwood. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson, with David Aldridge roaming the sideline. And it's another road game for the 76ers. And, of course, Amen Thompson. This is his first game in his new Philadelphia 76ers uniform.
And as you were mentioning, I mean, that trade has this team buzzing. You can see it in the warm-up line, how loose and confident they look now with him on that roster.
And so the Houston Rockets get the first points of the ball game. And Garnett misses. So, RJ, the Rockets last year, they were exactly at 500. 41 up and 41 down.
Still, they missed the play-in by 5 games. In the East, they easily are in. That just tells you how difficult a rebuild in the Western Conference is. And Houston is up against it.
Here's Okogie after Tracy McGrady's score. Onside, Barrett beyond the arc. The Rockets pull it in. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
I was able to talk with Ime Udoka for a minute, so we started to talk about R.J. Barrett. Coach complimented him, saying he's got great energy, a great build, and he knows how to score. So I'm telling the guys to stick to him like glue and just keep the pressure on. We'll see if that high-pressure defense can shut Barrett down tonight. Kevin?
Thanks so much, David. McGrady outside. Shoots over Anunoby. A shot by McGrady, no good. Here's Okogie. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Misses the three. Thompson with the bucket.
An explosive player. Thompson has serious leaping ability, and that comes in handy around the basket.
Thompson for the triple. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
It makes a difference for them if he can establish his three-point shot as a weapon.
Drains the three-pointer.
Oh, how about the quick thinking by Ivey? I love when he goes right at it with the shot.
Pass to Thompson. Trying to come right back with the three of his own. It's no good. The finish. And Thompson slams it home.
And his athleticism is really off the charts. Love seeing Thompson punching home like that.
Thompson with it. He's covered by Thompson. No good. He's off to a slow start. 1 for 4 so far. Mobley outside. Back to Holiday. Thompson in the corner. Holiday. It's rebounded by Kevin Garnett. The 76ers trailed by 7. To the paint. Here's Anunoby. Good. It's Garnett with the assist that time.
And that's how you lead a team. Literally.
One of the best 3-and-D wings in the league. Let's start with OG Anunoby, who excels from the corner.
And Kevin, about 45% on quarter threes the last couple seasons. So OG can space that floor horizontally. That's in addition to his elite defensive ability. That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic dunk.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
And Garnett misses.
Oh, man, that's tough. That's definitely one he'd like back. Almost too wide open.
Pass to Holiday. Now, here's Ivey. And another 3 for Houston.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Anunoby with it. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tracy McGrady. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
There's 37 seconds left here in the first quarter. To the middle. Here's Thompson. Back to Garnett. Sweet move. And it's slammed in by Garnett.
And how about the power there from KG? He can fly with the best of them.
Holiday. Here's McGrady. It's rebounded by Kevin Garnett. Here's Okogie. And so it's the Houston Rockets bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. From beyond the arc, they've been absolutely tremendous.
The 76ers. 11.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Houston.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And one other thing they've done well today, guys, share the ball. I mean, set up teammates and just playing unselfishly. Rocketing off the deck. Thompson showing that youthful exuberance.
And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchise history.
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking. I think it's a good fit with this forward-thinking front office.
To the inside, Garnett. Oh, and he parks it off the glass. Wow. Here's Ivey. No good from outside. Thompson with it. Picked up by Thompson. Here's Garnett. And it's slammed in by Garnett.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
Outside Holiday. Pass to Mobley. Houston moving the ball around. 5 to shoot. Shoots from the baseline. Thompson misses. Knocked loose. And stolen by Mobley. Outside Holiday. McGrady outside. Thompson left side. Oh, and there's the foul. It's on Josh Okogie. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul. In 4.
And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Here's McGrady. A three-pointer, no good. The 76ers trailed by 3. And a missed layup.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
Holiday left side. Another miss by Houston.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
And he's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
Pass to McGrady. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. 6 on the shot clock. Screen by Şengün. And they'll get another chance. McGrady outside. Drills it from outside. McGrady's got 5 now.
And how about getting a hand up on McGrady, especially when he's looking to shoot from the outside?
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Well, there's a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting, Greg. What's your opinion of that?
Well, Kevin, you know, stretching the D isn't just about how far out they have to defend. It's the distance between that and how far in you have to defend. That's why analytics favors shots at the rim and from distance.
Down low. Here's Mobo. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And the short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Alperen Şengün is a weapon on the block. Coach Ime Udoka said there are not a ton of true low-post threats in the NBA nowadays. Joel Embiid, Jokic, I don't know how many others there are anymore. Alpie's had success against pretty much everybody that's guarded him. Kevin, his footwork is indeed high level.
D.A. totally agree. Great footwork. Moves on moves, I've always said. And here's Poole for 3. That one's no good. 0-1 to begin the game. G.A., if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
Pass to Şengün. Back to Ivy. Screen by Şengün. And here's Ivy. 6 points for him. Messi grabs the rebound.
You know, some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
It really helps their team so much with Middleton's passing with effectiveness, and it helps him out as a scorer. He's that much harder to defend.
In the corner, it's Hield from past the arc. Bangs home the trifecta. Hield's got himself on the board with 3 there.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Poole with it. Hasn't made one yet. Middleton outside. Inside. Messi. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And so it's the Houston Rockets with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've played the better game so far, but their work is far from over. We come back right after this.
23.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Here's McConnell. To the middle. Howard down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
Nice feed inside. Saw the play develop and hit him right when he needed to.
Pass to Ivy. Here's Vanderbilt. And he converts the layup. Vanderbilt's got his first basket.
Yeah, a natural scorer. Ivy is developing into a tremendous playmaker.
Now, here's McConnell. The three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. McConnell's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And for those of you tuning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Stolen by McConnell. Got a piece of it. Healed outside. Pass to Şengün. Ivy on the wing. And here is Vanderbilt. Too long in the paint. He's hit with a 3-second violation. The Rockets shooting their first free throw of the game. And no good on the technicals, so unable to pick that one up. Richard, with Buddy Hield, we're talking about one of the best shooters in the NBA.
No question, he is a marksman. He's going to have to be a mercenary, though. He is the type of an outside threat that every team needs. I don't care what the offensive system is, Buddy Hield will find a way to score.
And the foul on Jrue Holiday. That's his first foul. And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He's ready to talk things through with the team. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Garnett wide open. Can't tie it up as that one misses. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Rockets leading by 3. Out to the right wing. Back to McGrady. Puts up a deep 3. The shot will not fall.
And they have been cold coming out of the break. Only getting one of their first 4 shots to drop this half. Got to pick it up.
Pass to Okogie. Anunoby outside. 5 on the clock. For 3, Barrett. They get it again. And it's slammed in by Garnett.
Reads shot trajectories so well. Garnett understands how to capitalize on that offensive glass.
McGrady outside. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. McGrady's got 8 points.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed. Never in a hurry.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
McGrady outside. Fires the 3. Rebound by the 76ers.
Locking the arc down. Defense knows it's on them to scare off those shots.
On the wing, Anunoby. Pass to Okogie for the lead. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Now, here is McGrady. Trying to find Thompson. He gets it to him. And Thompson throws it down.
And when he lets the athleticism take over, Thompson can do almost anything.
Thompson left side. To the paint. Here's Garnett. And it's slammed in by Garnett.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. McGrady outside. To the left side wing. Dunn. Up again. You know what? They battled on the glass but couldn't knock it down.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical. Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Really makes the basics look pretty exceptional. Pass to Thompson. Dunn left side. Off target with his three. The 76ers leading by 4. Here's Barrett. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Dunn looking over the floor. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Dunn.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Several teams changing it up here. Eight seconds left to play in the third. Pass to Mobo. With 1 on the clock, and we've reached the end of the third. Philadelphia ahead, ending the third quarter with a tremendous 17-7 run. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Toyota Center. 3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Rockets trailed by 4. Holiday. Pass to Ivy. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. And that's now 9 points for Jaden Ivey.
And if Ivy can hit that shot with consistency, it really makes him a tough cover.
Now, Poole. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. And he comes up with the deuce. Gafford's got his first points of the night.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
McGrady right side.
Meeting the defense with power, McGrady holds nothing back and finishes in motion.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Philadelphia.
I'm liking the throwback approach. They're making use of the mid-range area and inflicting major damage there.
And one other thing they have done well has been scoring in transition, looking to run whenever they can.
Here's Thompson. Thompson with the rebound. The Rockets trail. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. McGrady outside. Ivy on the wing. Clock at 4. To tie it up. The putback. Here's Mobley. Thompson in the corner. That's tipped and stolen by Thompson. Driving to the basket. Good D by Holiday.
He hasn't had his best game, but they've gotten enough production elsewhere, so it hasn't really mattered.
Mobley is screened. To the wing right side. Clock at 6. To take the lead. Holiday gets the bucket. Holiday's got his first 3 points of the game.
Oh, don't be mistaken. Holiday can make a serious dent in from deep.
Here's Thompson. He takes it in. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Pass to Ivy. Back to Holiday. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. 12 points now in the game from Ausar Thompson. Garnett, the screen. Rockets with the rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Ivy with it. Picked up by Thompson. Thompson outside.
2 minutes remaining.
In the corner, it's Mobley.
2 minutes.
Here's McGrady. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. And the Rockets lead by 4. Pass to Garnett. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
Oh, no, that was a huge turnover. That cannot happen at this point in the game.
There's a minute 47 left in the fourth quarter. And the points coming for them now, Greg and Bunches.
And we're seeing what a high-octane offense should look like.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
And it's Houston on the break. Tracy McGrady on the wing. Thompson comes with the double team. Back to McGrady. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Thompson. The kick out to Holiday. Pass to Mobley. Garnett with it. And Holiday picks him up defensively. Barrett wide open. He fires. It falls. And that shot brings them to within just 1.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
Guys are not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
Here's Ivey. Another miss by Houston. One-on-one fast break. Puts up a deep 3. Rebounded by Tracy McGrady. On offense, here are the Rockets. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Outside Holiday. Just 5 to shoot. Here's McGrady. Houston needs to get a shot. From outside the arc. The Rockets again can't hit. Taken away by Holiday. Fires from way outside. Misses. And so it's a narrow victory for Houston, pulling it out for the double. That was a fun night of basketball. Fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal.
And
With Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Brent Barry, this is Brian Anderson. We'll be hearing from Allie LaForce from the sideline.
Make no mistake, these teams have very little love for one another. It's a heated rivalry that the fans relish.
Yeah, you love it when you have these kind of games. Two teams evenly matched and going at it.
Here's Leonard. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Grant, when you talk about these two teams tonight, I think it's fair to expect a barrage of three-point shooting.
Oh, for sure, B.A. That's the usual game plan from both sides. It's going to be raining threes here tonight. And if they're falling, it's going to be a high-scoring affair.
Now here's White. Right now averaging 6 a game. There's a screen. Bryant outside. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Allen. Yes, sir, and it's Bryant picking up the assist.
That's a key to provide some spacing for this offense if Jared Allen can be confident and knock down shots like that.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Ime Udoka for a minute. The coach knows that defending against Chris Paul can be maddening, especially for players. He said he stressed to his guys to not reach or stick their arms out, saying, quote, once you do that, Chris will rip through or create contact. Before you know it, you're in foul trouble. We've seen Paul do that many times before. Back to you, Brian.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. And so here's Portland after the basket by Houston. And here's Bryant outside. Mobley grabs the board.
And just executing your offense earlier in the clock helps you avoid shots like that.
Blockbuster trades have become more the norm here in the NBA, Grant. Just ask Portland in 2023.
Yeah, the Trailblazers were at the center of some big moves. But that's just how it's done now. Entire teams can be restructured in the process of a single transaction.
Now here's Bryant. A steady force on their offense, recording around 14.5 a game. Allen a screen. Three-pointer. Bryant, no good. Thompson in the post. Pass to McGrady. Mobley on a screen. Oh, they get a hand on it. And so it looks like it'll be Houston's ball. Six to shoot. Holiday from long range.
How about Chris Paul just in the right position, so smart on both ends of the floor?
outside. Screen by Leonard. Pass to Bryant. Leonard outside. Fires for three. Thompson pulls it in. And so Thompson will bring it up for the Rockets. Here's McGrady. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. McGrady's got 7 points in the game.
Selfless play there by Thompson, recognizing when someone has a better look than he does.
It's Bryant with a drive. Soft touch off the glass.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad. I mean, the stroke looks good. He's moving well out there. What a sensational start to this game. Perfect from the field.
Outside Paul. Into the lane. Leonard for three. It's hauled in by Houston. And despite his injury history, Kawhi still has the ability to take over games, Brent.
Yeah, does it feel, B.A., that Kawhi sometimes is even more patient and more deliberate in the way he delivers in games? I think he's the type of talent that can slow himself and the game down at his will and still be a lockdown defender.
Pass to Paul. There's a screen. Fires it. Again, the Trailblazers good for two.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
And the foul on Chris Paul. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
36 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. On the wing, Ivy jacks up a three. Hits a three-pointer.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Blazers trail by three. Bryant outside. From the arc. And doesn't connect. That miss makes him 2 for 5. Here's Thompson. Rebounded by Chris Paul. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. Portland shooting their first free throw of the game.
Come to me, come to me.
Screen by Leonard. With 1 on the clock. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. It's Houston. They lead by a bucket. Stay with us now as we get set to bring you quarter number 2.
10.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. All right, what do you think about the Rockets?
Well, so far, they've got things rolling along nicely at the offensive end.
They couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, the Rockets showing improvement. Head coach Ime Udoka said, quote, when you rely on your young guys, you're constantly trying to instill habits that'll carry them for the rest of their careers. It's mistakes and tendencies you have to try to break continually. Just staying positive. We see glimpses of how close we can be.
All right, Allie, thanks for that. Outside Holiday. On the wing, Ivy. Let's go with a three. Portland with a rebound. Well, Grant, after 3 straight drafts high in the lottery, the Rockets got to 500 in 2024.
Yeah, and I love how they signed some vets in the summer of 23. Houston decided we want to win now, and I wish more teams did that.
Pass to Paul. Shot clock at 6. Here's McGrady. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
How about Drew Holiday? Unselfish, team-first player. Love that from the guard position.
Screen by Leonard. On the drive, Kawhi lays it up and banks it in.
What an athlete as Kawhi gets a step on the D, and they're helpless.
Here's Holiday. He's scoreless. Pass to McGrady. On the wing, Thompson. From the wing, McGrady. Good. And the Rockets lead by 7.
You can tell right now the teammates are scanning the floor to find him and feed him. Why not? He's on it right now.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. So both teams changing it up here. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Kessler, a screen. Inside. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
A good job by Tyler just finding the open teammate and showing some good awareness.
Going inside. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Kessler. Here's McGrady. Well, Grant, you played on some very tight-knit teams. Talk to us about chemistry.
Well, B.A., you know, in some sports, chemistry is not a big issue. But in basketball, it is huge. You have to trust and believe in your teammates, and it has to be a unit, not 5 separate individuals.
First one falls for him. And a fun fact here, Brent, the Trailblazers' name was actually chosen by the fans.
Oh, that's so awesome, B.A., to remind fans of how it is that Portland got its name. It was an open contest, and they had, I think, over 10,000 entries. And there were a couple other names that we should throw out there. It could have been the Pioneers or the Doug Furs. I think they chose wisely.
To the middle. And finished off by Kessler.
Throws it down emphatically.
He's got serious hops, right? You add that to his ability to penetrate, that's 2 easy points. Pass to Holiday. And the three-pointer goes.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Henderson scanning the floor. Hero outside. Takes a 3. Vanderbilt pulls it in. The Rockets lead by 6. Hield with the ball. Hero picks him up. The 3 is up. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Pass to Şengün. And here's Holiday. There's the drive. Kessler with a rebound.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really a factor.
Hero outside. Down low. Kessler with a bucket. Kessler's got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
Pass to Holiday. There's 39 seconds left in the second quarter. Back to Hield. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 3. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
Now Hield has a beautiful release on his shot right there. Just barely off of his fingertips and buttery soft.
To the inside. Hero. That one falls.
And force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. And that one misses.
Now, every team in the league would love to have a guy like Tyler Hero, an elite shooter off the catch, scores in bunches and spaces the floor.
Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Houston shooting their first free throws of the game now. That free throw misses. So for the Blazers, he hits the second from the line. Bryant outside. Just 3 on the clock. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Man, the defender really went after him.
And this is his 2nd and 3rd free throws tonight. And both free throws good for Bryant.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight.
Timeout.
Might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
And Ime Udoka has called timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Hield from outside. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Rockets ahead. They lead by 4. And time now for the halftime break with the 3rd quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. The Rockets lead by 4. Ivy outside. With the drive. Portland with a rebound. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Allen can't get it to go.
And it was a great chance to finish on the break, and he flubs it.
Completely lost focus. You can't get 2 steps ahead.
And Kawhi Leonard gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Ivy outside. Pass to Dunn. 5 on the clock. Offline with a 3. Blazers trail by 4. And Grant, you look at the Rockets' additions over the last year or 2. There's an emphasis on toughness.
Yeah, toughness, both physical and mental. Those are the kinds of veterans they've brought in. And that extends, of course, to the coaching staff, too.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
We know Kawhi Leonard is a former Finals MVP. Jimmy Butler said, there are guys that are like, quote, I'm going to find the best way to win. In a 7-game series, I'm going to get the best of you in the end. Kawhi's definitely up there. Whatever he's got to do, he is going to find a way. And Brian Butler would know a thing or two about that, wouldn't he?
Yeah, you know that. No question about his abilities. And about a minute of action so far in the 3rd quarter. Holiday looking for an opening. Pass to Ivy. Outside Hield. Back to Holiday. 6 on the shot clock. For 3. And Hield good for 3. Hield's got 6.
And these quick hitting plays are great for a quick set shooter. Hield scoring.
Bryant left side. The 3 is up. It's good. The assist that time from Paul.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the 3-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
To the paint. Mobley, no good.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
The offensive rebound. Allen. And it's Allen who slams it home.
And the coaching staff and this team, they count on Allen for those second chance opportunities. So he collects 2 more.
Out to Thompson. Fires the 3. Another 3 from Houston.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
Well, we're into the 3rd quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. And stolen by Holiday. Fast break. Here come the Rockets. Hield for 3. Pass to Holiday. And here is Thompson. Hield from outside. Can't hit that one.
If you told me this was the kind of game he was going to have, I would not have expected them to be in front right now.
Connects from downtown.
You're leaving him all alone? Good luck. he's going to drill that every time.
And Hield, good for 3. Hield's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, that's a guy you want to find, Buddy Hield, with the response from 3.
Pass to White. And here's Bryant outside. Rebounded by Hield. Houston in the lead. Hield on the wing. Thompson outside. Good on the shot. Thompson's got 5 points.
Yeah, Thompson's got a very strong frame, so he's just shrugging off the D.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul call.
Vanderbilt with a screen. Pass to Şengün. Outside Hield. Puts up a deep 3. They get it again. Outside Holiday. Clock at 6. Out to Hield. Now here's Holiday. Takes the 3. Sends it home from three-point land. Now it's a 7-point Houston lead.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
Leonard outside. Gets stolen by Hield. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Şengün, the screen. Over to the wing. Fires the 3. Portland with a rebound. To win the run. Back to Kessler. On the wing, Bryant. That'll count. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And so it's Houston closing out this quarter with
42. The Trailblazers. 35.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. Let's get a report from Allie.
During that break, Coach Chauncey Billups had some advice for the team. He seems pretty disappointed with the three-point shooting, telling his crew we have to start making more outside shots. I want to see more threes out there. Let's get aggressive. Coach is hoping some big production can make a splash for them.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks.
I always wonder about those bigger guys, how much easier a read is like that, and Allen finds the open guys set up to shoot it.
Thompson outside. There's the 3. The rebound by Allen. Blazers trail by 5. Knocked away. Pass to Leonard. Kawhi slam! Wow!
What a powerhouse move from Kawhi, getting right to the rim.
Outside Holiday. And he drives in. Thompson outside. Back to Holiday. Thompson outside. 5 to shoot. And a nice finish on the layup. And the Rockets lead by 5.
Sharing the ball has always been a strength for Holiday.
Now here's Paul. Outside White. That three's off the mark.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Here's McGrady. And it's off from three-point range.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
And here's Bryant outside. The Rockets pull it in. Here's McGrady. Pass to Ivy. This one for three. Offensive rebound. Outside Holiday. Here's McGrady. Houston gets it back. Tries yet again. Good work there as it goes.
It's been a dominant night for him, staying productive throughout.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout here. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. Blazers trail by 7. Paul taking his time here. Bryant outside. The three. It's good. The assist that time from Paul.
The three-point shooting has been on point here in the second half.
Outside White. Back to Bryant. He's off on that one. Good D by Mobley. Houston leading by 4. Here's McGrady. Pass to Ivy. Gets the three to fall.
Hot off the pass. Ivy has a shot up. No time to waste when you've got a pro-level defense coming at you.
Shot by Leonard, no good.
Well, you make strides to get back in the ball game, but an errant shot like that can definitely cost you any kind of momentum. You have to use better judgment there.
Here's McGrady. Kept alive by Houston. Thompson outside. Shot clock at 6. And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line. It's going to go on Kawhi Leonard.
Flying high, Asar Thompson. I wish I still had hops like that.
Thompson, no good on the free throw. Blazers trailed by 9. Outside White. Three-pointer goes up. Three-pointer goes down for White.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Here's McGrady. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And it's the Trailblazers' ball. Pass to Bryant. Out to Leonard. From 17, McGrady grabs a miss.
D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Ivy's shot is off. And it's Allen with the ball for the Portland Trailblazers. 6-point game. Bryant, right side. On the wing, Bryant. He takes it in. Count it!
Two teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Knocks it loose. Paul with a steal. Screen by Leonard. Leonard on the wing. To the inside. Here's Allen.
Yeah, nice timing on the rejection. Mobley showing you how incredible defensively he can be.
Oh, that was incredible! Oh, my goodness!
Yeah. And not often we get treated to a solo alley-oop.
Takes precision timing for sure. Now Holiday. And so it's Houston winning this one. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory, but a win's a win.
And so true, but you have to credit the crowd for giving them such a big boost.
Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA live on 2K Sports. Along with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce will be with us courtside. Their last meeting was in this building. They were able to come out on top.
And they got into a consistent offensive flow, largely because the defense they were facing was poor.
Yeah, but even against weak defense, your execution still matters. Luckily, they were able to take advantage.
Allen outside. No good on the triple. And so it's Holiday who brings up the ball for Houston. It's a three-point game. And coach, a perennial all-defense performer, Drew Holiday, fearsome at that end of the floor in particular.
Yeah, Brian, he's as good a defensive guard as there is. Great size and strength at the point guard spot. You combine that with his IQ and his competitive will, he is a problem on a nightly basis.
Now here's Paul. Leonard, right side. Back to Bryant. Shot clock at 6. Leonard inside. That one no good. Ivy with the defensive effort. Here's McGrady. Checking the numbers. He's averaging close to 15 a game. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
Uh-oh. Did he change his mind on the way up? I think he did.
White on the wing. Pass to Paul. Now Leonard. Fires for three. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Out to the right wing. Back to Ivy. This one for three. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
Hot off the pass. Ivy has a shot up. No time to waste when you've got a pro-level defense coming at you.
Leonard outside. Back to Bryant. Pass to Leonard. The open shot by Allen. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
Yeah, nice quick catch and shoot there from Jared Allen.
Houston with the ball. Well, Grant, after 3 straight drafts high in the lottery, the Rockets got to 500 in 2024.
Yeah, and I love how they signed some vets in the summer of 23. Houston decided we want to win now, and I wish more teams did that.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
A bit ago, Ime Udoka and I were able to chat. I talked with him about how he'll approach dealing with Kawhi Leonard on the floor, and Coach told me there's no one way to go about slowing Kawhi. He does too many things. He continued, we'll vary our looks on him and try not to let him get in any offensive rhythm. Good idea, as we all know how deadly Kawhi is once he gets going. Brian?
Allie, thank you. Now here's Thompson. Looking at his numbers, putting up 8 points a game. Pass to McGrady. Leonard with a double team. Three-pointer, Holiday. They grab their own miss. Ivy outside. Here's McGrady. With the clock winding down. And he dunks it down.
So sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop. Now here's Paul. No made baskets yet. Leonard on the wing. Pass to Paul. Now Bryant. the block.
Yeah, nice timing on the rejection. Mobley showing you how incredible defensively he can be. Woo-hoo, just great work cashing in on the fast break.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Now here's White. The three-pointer off the mark. Pass to Thompson. "36 seconds left in the first quarter. Outside Holiday. There's the drive. McGrady shot is off.
I mean, come on. That's a shot you expect him to make.
Pass to Holiday. Here's McGrady. Thompson outside. Offline with a three. And here's Bryant outside. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's the Houston Rockets with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. A big difference in shooting percentages. That's why they lead. And don't go far. We'll be right back. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Rockets. Guys?
Well, I think it's pretty obvious they were well prepared defensively coming in.
KYP, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting report.
Well, Grant, as you always say, in the playoffs, you need a player who can score in isolation.
That's true, B.A. And in a 7-game series, defenses disrupt your set offense. If your stars can go mano-a-mano and create something out of nothing, that's often the best you can get.
Well, he is a wiry, strong athlete. Thompson's able to go through the contact.
Houston shooting their first free throw in this game. And, Coach, how about the Thompson twins making their impact felt in the 2023 draft?
Yeah, Brian, we've seen twins in the NBA before, albeit not very often. But these two made history that draft day, becoming the first pair of twins to be selected in the top 5 of the same draft.
Ivy outside. Outside Holiday. Mobley outside. From deep, the long-distance three is buried.
And their offensive execution has really picked up here in the second period.
Blazers trail by 9. The floater. Nice D from Thompson.
They have a decent advantage in regards to rebounding.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, the Rockets showing improvement. Head coach Ime Udoka said, quote, when you rely on your young guys, you're constantly trying to instill habits that'll carry them for the rest of their careers. It's mistakes and tendencies you have to try to break continually. Just staying positive. We see glimpses of how close we can be.
All right, Allie, thanks for that. Here's Holiday. Portland making their last shot. To the middle. Back to Thompson. Takes a three, and the Rockets hit again from deep.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Henderson scanning the floor. And there's the screen. Down low. And here's Bryant outside. It's hauled in by Houston.
Well, this has been a frustrating night for him. Still without any points.
Thompson, no good.
Great opportunity. Just couldn't complete the play.
Yeah, that's one he'd like to have back. Those are the opportunities you have to convert.
Blockbuster trades have become more the norm here in the NBA, Grant. Just ask Portland in 2023.
Yeah, the Trailblazers were at the center of some big moves. But that's just how it's done now. Entire teams can be restructured in the process of a single transaction.
Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
Pass to McGrady. Back to Holiday. Here's McGrady. Play clock. Houston's got to hurry. From deep, Mobley. Kobe grabs the miss.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Count it.
Yeah, so much energy when Henderson is on the floor.
Houston leading by 9. Pass to Thompson. Fires from deep. And Bryant pulls it down.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Right side Barnes. And here's Kessler. Craig with it. And Chauncey Billups calls time out here. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Stan, with the trade of Damian Lillard in 2023, Portland was headed in a new direction.
Yeah, Brian, they really decided to go young. Added a top 3 pick in Scoot Henderson. They've been piling up young talent in the Rose City, and now it's all about development. Those players have got to get better. They've got to get good habits. They've just got to continue to grow.
Here's Hero, and a miss there off the inbound.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
It's good on the putback. And the Rockets lead by 11.
Great anticipation off the missed shot.
Oh, his timing was impeccable. Now here's Henderson. A deep 3. And Hero with the 3. Hero's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. On the wing, Ivy. He's got 11. And there's a 3-second violation. Blazers trail by 8. Now here's Hero. Pass to Henderson. It's rebounded by Şengün. Outside Vanderbilt. And here's Ivy from the arc. And it's Portland with a rebound. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Here's Henderson. The layup misses.
Well, that's the look he wanted, but the defense doing just enough to impact that shot.
Back to Ivy. It's tipped. Vanderbilt with a screen. Launches a 3. They get it back. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's the Houston Rockets finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. Defense is setting the tone. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. Blazers trail by 8. Now Paul. Still no points. Hero outside. Back to Paul. They set the pick. And the layup is good off the glass.
Yeah, and despite his relative lack of size, CP very crafty finishing inside.
Dunn outside. White with it. Now Vanderbilt defending. Now the Blazers on the move. Basket's good. Paul's got his second basket.
Good ball pressure and fast plays like that will tighten this up quick.
And we've got a timeout called by Ime Udoka. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. The Rockets lead by 4. And here's Holiday. Pass to Hield. Here's Vanderbilt. And Vanderbilt slams it in.
A find from Buddy Hield. I'd like to see him do that more. Spread the ball around.
And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third. Here's McGrady. Mobley on a screen. Here's McGrady. Brian, there's a bevy of young talent in the NBA right now. Who are you most excited to see grow into a star, Stan?
Well, what I'm really excited about, Brian, is to see which of these young talents becomes true stars, transformative guys. Certainly, Chet Holmgren and Wembanyama have already had this great rivalry. Scotty Barnes has become the next big point guard. We see Anthony Edwards, Paolo Banchero. There's a lot of guys that could be the guy, and it'll be fun to find out who actually develops into that play.
As the torch is passed, who's going to take the mantle? Blazers trailed by 6. Leonard on the wing. From downtown, sinks the tray. Leonard's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
They've got the offense clicking. 3 for 4 to start the half and looking confident.
Pass to McGrady. Inside. Ooh, stolen by Allen. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
We know Kawhi Leonard is a former Finals MVP. Jimmy Butler said, there are guys that are like, quote, I'm going to find the best way to win. In a 7-game series, I'm going to get the best of you in the end. Kawhi's definitely up there. Whatever he's got to do, he is going to find a way. And Brian, Butler would know a thing or two about that, wouldn't he?
Yeah, you know that. No question about his abilities.
Nice quick shot from Holiday. Not giving the defense time to react to him having the ball.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. So both teams making some changes here. Here's Hero. And Grant, you look at the Rockets' additions over the last year or two. There's an emphasis on toughness.
Yeah, toughness, both physical and mental. Those are the kinds of veterans they've brought in. And that extends, of course, to the coaching staff, too. And they just continue to dominate the boards.
Back to Holiday. Here's McGrady. Driving inside. And he makes it on the layup. McGrady's got his second basket on the night.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
Hero outside. Lets it go from deep. The shot no good.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Thompson in the post. Here's Şengün. Off target from three-point range. That's tipped. Stolen by Thompson. 1:10 left in the third quarter. Pass to McGrady. Just 5 to shoot. Out to Thompson. That three's off the mark.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Here's Leonard. Back to Hero. The open shot, Barnes. Solid as a rock from 20 feet out. Barnes has got his first points of the night.
Well, look, if he misses that shot, coach might think of benching him. He's pretty fortunate he got that one to go.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Trailblazers making a switch here. Şengün, the screen. Ivy with the ball. He's got 11. Outside heel. Puts up a three. Knocks it down from distance. And the Rockets lead by 9.
Long-range shots like that, almost effortless for Hield. Every chance he gets, he'll take that shot.
Here's Bryant. Stolen by Ivy. Here's Dunn. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Oh, just an artful little reverse slam.
Power and style. That was sweet. Here's Bryant. It doesn't go for him. And so it's the Houston Rockets. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. And they've effectively guarded Kawhi Leonard all night. Not an easy task by any means. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Houston leading by 11. It's stolen by Henderson. Now the Blazers on the move. Bryant outside. For three. It's rebounded by Şengün.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Hield with room to shoot. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in.
And playing very well here in the second half. I mean, their shooting percentage is now over 50% from the field.
From deep. And Bryant good for three.
Timeout.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
And we've got a timeout called by Ime Udoka. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. From the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, over the break, I listened to Ime Udoka's huddle. He kept it real with his team, telling them, I know you feel good about this lead, but let's not get lazy. Let's not act like this is a sure thing all of a sudden. Looking to keep their focus on the task at hand, Brian.
And Allie, thanks. Pass to Thompson. Ivy outside. 6 to shoot. Out to Mobley. 4-3. He drops it from range. And the Rockets lead by 13.
And when he's effective from three-point range, look out. Mobley knows how much that does for his game.
Allen outside. Oh, he tries a three. Nails it from beyond the arc.
After a brutal first half from the field, their shots are finally starting to fall.
And Kawhi Leonard gets a whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Holiday surveying the floor. Pass to Hield. Now here's Thompson. 5 to shoot. Here's Ivy.
On D, Leonard is almost inescapable. He completely smothers shooters with his reach.
And here's Bryant outside. Another three for Portland.
The three-point shooting has been on point here in the second half.
Left side Hield. Back to Holiday. Out to Hield. Mobley, left side. Let's go with a three. Offensive rebound. Back to Hield. Pass to Holiday. Second chance shot. He can't get that one to fall. Good work defensively by White. Now Leonard. That one's good. And the assist to Bryant. And now just a 4-point Houston lead.
Leonard doesn't shy away from these moments, embracing his role as a leader for his team.
And Ime Udoka has called timeout, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. Houston leading by 4. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth. Now Portland with it. They're on a 12-3 run. Allen a screen. Here's Paul. Oh, and Mobley with the block. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Blazers will retain possession. There's a minute 54 left in the fourth quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Leonard outside. Fires the three.
Well, you love the physical tools Ivy brings to the defensive end.
Now here's Holiday. Pass to Mobley. The shot by Holiday, no good. Blazers trail by 4. Allen outside. We've got 1:13 left in the fourth quarter of this one.
Big Jared Allen outshining the bright lights.
And so it's Holiday who brings up the ball for Houston. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Pass to Ivy. Back to Holiday. Here's McGrady. Cash.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Bryant outside. Jacks up a three. Mobley grabs the board.
They need buckets to stay in this game. That's
a highlight! What a slam!
Oh my!
Put that one-man show on Broadway.
That's one way to go with the alley-oop. Pass to McGrady. And here's Ivy. Lets the three fly. Buries it from 3. And it's a 9-point Rocket lead.
That's an inspired ball club. They fought hard, and during the most important moments, they made big plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
16 seconds left in the fourth.
Such a super athlete. Ivy is tough to score on.
And so it's Houston winning this one. A competitive game. You have to feel like this crowd gave him a little extra edge.
Yeah, they really fed off.
This is 2K Sports, broadcasting from Houston, Texas, as the Rockets take it to the hardwood. With Brett Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. Looking at the last game for the Houston Rockets, it was a loss to Phoenix. Now here is Holiday. Ivy on the wing. Nailed from three-point land. There should be plenty of action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
Trains the three-pointer.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Now, here is McGrady. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. Shot clock at 2. And Durant sends it back.
Golden State ball.
We're about 1 minute into the first. Here's Jackson. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Pass to Wallace. Durant feeling it out a bit. Banchero outside. Paxson coming off the assist from KD.
And this is something Banchero continues to hone, wanting to become a dangerous threat from deep.
Greg, since reaching 5 consecutive NBA Finals, the Warriors have missed the playoffs 3 of the past 5 years.
And to be fair, they did go 46-36 last season. They were 10 games over 500 last year. So they weren't a bad team, but Golden State doesn't just expect to be in the play-in. They want to be a contender.
Outside Durant, pass to Banchero. Outside for Jackson. Back to Banchero. Clock at 6. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. From Rookie of the Year in 2023 to an All-Star Greg in 2024. Paolo Banchero.
And, Kevin, that really says it all, doesn't it? Few players hit the ground running like Banchero has. Becoming an elite competitor, people fear almost instantly.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Another miss by Houston. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
I was able to talk with Ime Udoka for a minute. Now, we spoke briefly about how critical it is to slow down Paolo Banchero. Coach said he can be a force on offense when he gets a couple to fall. The energy and effort from our guys has to be high if you want to contain him. We'll see if that team can contain Banchero out there, guys. Back to you.
All right, thank you, David. Now, here is McGrady.
And watching McGrady, you see the length and athleticism. He's a matchup nightmare for most teams.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Warriors?
How about the ball movement so far? I mean, the unselfishness, everyone here just playing for one another, and that can be infectious.
And they've sort of assumed control of this game with their pressure defensively. They've been into the ball handler. They've done a great job of swarming, so they're creating some turnovers that they're capitalizing on.
Rockets trail by 5. Holiday with the 3. Rebound by Wallace. On offense, here are the Warriors. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Now Kevin Durant. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game.
KD unafraid to get to the mid-range, and he can get there at will.
Now here is Holiday. In the corner, Ivy with it. To the middle. Here's Thompson. The wide open look here for Holiday. Oh, good on the triple. Wallace with the ball. Picked up by Thompson. Here's Nesmith. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for Houston. They trail by 7. Outside Holiday. Pass to Mobley. Jacks up a 3. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
No good from Durant. And here are the Rockets now. Outside Holiday. Here's Thompson. Launches it. Another miss by Houston. And now in transition is Wallace. Here we go. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Here's Golden State. A 14-2 run over the last bit. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock in game. Jackson has the open look. Connects from 3-point range.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Pass to Mobley. Now McGrady. He's covered by Banchero. Pulls up. High post. And so it's the Golden State Warriors. Up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been terrific.
The Warriors. 17.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a very convincing performance here from the Warriors so far.
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Got to hold firm or you're going to get a call.
Pass to McGrady. A kick out to Mobley. Thompson from long range. Reed with the rebound.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from 3-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Rockets trailed by 14. GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Rockets are making progress. Coach Ime Udoka said it doesn't happen overnight. Changing habits and things like that takes time. Guys learn and grow at a different pace. My thing is getting us all on the same page. We're not that far off. Kevin, they sure look like they're building in the right direction.
David, they are, and some good bets have helped as well. And we thank you for that report. Pass to Ivy. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Mathurin for three. It's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. So it's the Rockets now. It's a 16-point game. Back to Şengün. Now here's Thompson. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Down low. Golden State moving the ball around. Got that one up quick.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
It's Thompson off the drive. Somehow misses the one-handed flush. And a wide-open look for Mathurin. Another three for Golden State.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. And the Rockets making a change here. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Thompson surveying the floor. Reed with the block. And he recovers it. And here's Ivy. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. They need this. It's rebounded by Golden State.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
For Jaden Ivey, the offense, Brent, looks great. Defensively, though, there's a lot to improve on.
Well, sometimes as an individual defender, you can look worse because the team defense isn't there. And so there's been sort of this reflective quality about that. But for Jaden to take on or take the next step, certainly defensively, with all of that athletic ability, he could be elite on that end of the floor.
It's Nembhard on the wing. Hasn't made one yet. And it's Mathurin missing. Lets the three fly. That one misses. And it's the Warriors' ball. They're on a 14-3 run.
Changing ends quickly, getting the advantage in numbers and finishing. They've been doing it all night long.
Yeah, their energy level's been amazing. Battery bar still full, hustling and still working hard out there.
And it's the Warriors' ball. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. And that will conclude this long 7-game road trip.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
Pass to Vanderbilt. And the dunk by Vanderbilt.
Not getting old here, seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
And Jared Vanderbilt gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Nembhard with it. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
They have a good plan going right now, and they're starting to create separation.
Well, game plan might have been good, but you have to bring it together. Right now, their chemistry is something to be admired.
McGrady, right side. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Here's Nembhard. Mathurin for three. The rebound by Ivey. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. A shot by McGrady, no good.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
Pass to Şengün. Here's McGrady. Vanderbilt with the screen. With 4 seconds on the clock.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Benedict Mathurin has been leading the charge for the Warriors. He witnessed him delivering a series of three-pointers as he notched 3 total in the quarter. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Back to KD. Outside for Jackson. 5 on the clock. Banked in off the glass. Jackson's got the first basket of the second half here for the Warriors. For years, it seemed like the league was going to go smaller. But lately, Greg, it seems like size is back in fashion.
Yeah, I mean, look at the MVP award, right? Centers and Jokic and Embiid winning it recently. Even Giannis, you know, I wouldn't consider him small. And just overall around the NBA, it feels like bigger teams are having more success.
Incredible for his age. The decision-making of Şengün GA is very impressive.
So calm when he sees a double coming. Reads and reacts with ease when he's on the block or at the nail. Reminds you of a young Jokic with how he sees the game.
Here's Thompson. The Warriors pull it in. Jackson with it. Picked up by Thompson. Takes a 3. Offensive rebound. And Caro. Stolen by Holiday.
Oh, that is just unreal. Is this the dunk contest, or are we actually playing a real game?
No, this one counts, Greg. Believe me. But confidence to attempt that alley-oop to himself. And stolen by Şengün. Dunn, wide open. He fires. Off target with his 3. And it's the Warriors' ball. Outside Jackson. Golden State moving the ball around. Here's Banchero. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Banchero's got 7 points.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And Thompson gets it to go.
An explosive player. Thompson has serious leaping ability, and that comes in handy around the basket.
Left side Jackson. From downtown, a three-pointer is right on target. He's got 6.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Şengün, and it's sent back by Wallace.
And this is why Wallace is an elite-level defender, has a great sense of timing for when to rise up and contest shots.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Alperen Şengün is a weapon on the block. Coach Ime Udoka said there are not a ton of true low-post threats in the NBA nowadays. Joel Embiid, Jokic, I don't know how many others there are anymore. Alfie's had success against pretty much everybody that's guarded him. Kevin, his footwork is indeed high level.
DA, totally agree. Great footwork. Moves on moves, I've always said. Here's Mobley. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
Yeah, this team did something at halftime, going from a mild-mannered half-court executing team to some heroic shooting in the second half.
Here's McGrady, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Meeting the defense with power, McGrady holds nothing back and finishes in motion.
Hey, Greg, where do you think the Rockets are the strongest in their play?
I'd say on the glass. They generally do a good job crashing the boards and going for loose balls. They really value every possession.
And the foul on Drew Holiday. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Team foul.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Now here's Jackson. 5 points in the game. Pass to Nesmith. Durant for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. KD's got his second basket of the night.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing. You could see he wanted to get him back. Sadly, he couldn't capitalize from outside the arc.
They get it back. Mobley with the block.
Mobley is one of the best defenders in the NBA. And when he's not blocking shots, he's altering them.
That one's not going to go.
I've not seen him shoot this poorly, guys, in a game this season.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Warriors.
And they're playing beautiful basketball right now, racking up the assists by playing so unselfishly, just finding the open man.
And it seemed like throughout this game, right after the jump ball, they've just been feeling it from distance, getting all the looks they want and continuing to take advantage of that three-point line.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Wallace, the screen to the left wing. Scooped up. Back to Durant. Fires the 3. The Rockets pull it in. 17 seconds left in the third quarter. Good on the triple. 6 points for Jaden Ivey.
Oh, how about the quick thinking by Ivey? I love when he goes right at it with the shot.
KD can't get it to go.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors up by 33 points as the buzzer sounds. A huge lead for them. They've been playing some... And with the fourth quarter, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Timeout called the Rockets. And the league clearly focused on making regular season games matter. You think more steps are coming?
Well, let's give the league credit because they've left no stone unturned. The play-in, the in-season tournament, the 65 games rule, all implemented with that in mind.
Out to Thompson. McGrady up top. Wide open look. And there it is for him. McGrady's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for Houston.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Back to Nembhard. Outside Mathurin. 6 on the shot clock. Tries it from the top of the key. Thompson with the rebound. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Houston Rockets. A shot by McGrady, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Pass to Bona. Kicks it out to Grant. Here's Nembhard. Good, and Grant gets the assist.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
I'm not sure what the defense collectively was thinking there. You got to know where he is at all times.
It's deflected. And it's out of bounds to the Rockets as Houston retains possession. It's stolen by Mathurin. And here they come. Here's Bona. Up and in on the layup.
Good job getting the ball and completing that play.
The defense producing easy looks. It just helps you conserve some energy for late in the game.
A lot of focus on the part of Mobley. Gets great position, feet set, and lets it fly.
Acton Nembhard. Golden State moving it around. Mobley with the block. Stolen by Grant. The Warriors, another fast break opportunity here. Stops, pops, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First team foul.
Yeah, that athleticism of Mathurin is what makes him such a tough one to guard.
Mathurin hits them both. And the league limiting players from making public trade demands, which I guess makes sense. That's a big change from the past, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it saves franchises from being put in a tough spot. Keeps a player's trade value high, which helps the team they're leading.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. They set the screen. Back to Mathurin. Just 3 to shoot. Golden State needs to get off a shot. No good from Grant. And so here is Houston. The kick out to Mobley. Knocks down the 3-ball. Mobley's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for Houston.
And Mobley is a work in progress from there. Draining the triple should certainly help his confidence.
2 minutes.
Here's Nembhard. Good D by Thompson.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
And Mobley throws it down.
Yeah, a natural scorer. Ivy is developing into a tremendous playmaker.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Mathurin for 3. It's rebounded by Houston.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Warriors.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And this will be their 3rd win in 3 tries against these guys. They match up so well.
Pass to Ivy. Outside Holiday. Out to Thompson. 3-pointer. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
How about Jrue Holiday? Unselfish, team-first player. Love that from the guard position.
Here's Bona. 27 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Grant gets a wide-open look. Takes the elbow jumper and drains it.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight. Getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
11 seconds left in the game. Now, Nembhard. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were Everyone is in their seat here in San Francisco as the Warriors look to grab a home win on their floor. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. And right now the Rockets, they'd like to start this road trip off on a positive note.
And a frustrating matchup. I mean, they've lost 3 straight to this group. They'll have to summon maximum energy and passion if they're going to salvage a win on the season series.
Gut check time, or as you like to say, go time, partner. You can either hang your head and say they've got our number, or you can battle and fight till the bitter end. We'll see how they respond.
Pass to Ivy. Trains the three-pointer. The three-point shot, so important in today's NBA and a major part of the game plan, Greg, for both of these teams.
And we can expect to see a high volume of shots from beyond the arc in this one. I'm looking for whichever squad is able to create more havoc and throw the opposing shooters off their rhythm. Pressuring the ball and making a play that created the opportunity.
You know, you push it after a steal, there's almost no chance the defense can get back and recover.
And that one's good. McGrady.
Yeah, McGrady inside is confident, using his outstanding length to get the shot he wants and to get it off.
David Aldridge had a chance to catch up with head coach Steve Kerr. What do you have to say?
Now, we talked about Jrue Holiday and how he plans to stop him from being a factor out there. Coach said it won't be easy. He told me Holiday is a gifted two-way guy, but I think we can trip him up by staying on him on all times, by staying aggressive. So that direct approach is what they hope throws Holiday off his game. Guys?
Thanks, David.
And the offense, I mean, 3 or 4, a solid start for this game.
Pass to Durant. Back to Banchero. Screen by Durant. In the corner, Wallace with it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Nesmith with the ball. And stolen by Ivy. And here comes McGrady leading the fast break. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
Inside. Pass to Ivy. Thompson outside. The 3-ball. Rebound by Wallace.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Banchero outside. Outside for KD. And the Warriors miss again. Houston in the lead. Here's Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
It's like Ivy has that sixth sense of where his teammates are on the floor.
Outside Jackson. Here's Nesmith. Evan Mobley with the rebound.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Over to the left wing. Wallace a screen. Fires it up. Outside for Jackson. Pass to KD. To end the cold streak. On the wing, Jackson. Here's the three. It drops for his third basket. He's missed only one shot.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
There you see how tough Holiday is. He simply pressed and forced the issue there and got the defense to overcommit.
It's his first trip to the line.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
You know, even in games where he hasn't been at his best this season, I mean, he still managed to get it done at the charity stripe when he gets his opportunity.
And the layup's good off the glass. KD's got his second bucket of the night.
This is where KD dips into his bag and comes out smelling good.
Here's McGrady. It's rebounded by Durant. The Warriors trail. And now it's Wallace running. He can go all the way. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, you look at the lead changes. 6 already.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Another miss by Houston. And here comes Jackson, leading the fast break.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
The kick out to Holiday. Thompson right side. Back to Holiday. Here's McGrady. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. The Warriors on top, leading by 3.
15. The Rockets, 12.
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Warriors.
They've really been pushing that thing in the open floor, and so far the opposition's not been able to slow them down at all.
And you can't turn it over against this team. That's a recipe for disaster, and we're seeing the results of that.
Down low. Pass to Bona. Here's Nembhard. The three. Vanderbilt with the rebound. Tracy McGrady on the wing. And so the ball's out of bounds. Reed touched it last.
Rocket Suns, number 7, Buddy Hield.
Here's McGrady. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. And that one is stuffed right through.
The ball handling of T-Mac, really impressive. Watching him play, this guy is a thing of beauty. Puts a lot of time into his ball handling. You can tell.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Rockets are making progress. Coach Ime Udoka said it doesn't happen overnight. Changing habits and things like that takes time. Guys learn and grow at a different pace. My thing is getting us all on the same page. We're not that far off. Kevin, they sure look like they're building in the right direction.
David, they are, and some good vets have helped as well. And we thank you for that report. Ivy with it, now defended by Grant. Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA, and sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate.
Pass to Bona. Grant outside. Some nice passing by Golden State. And Buddy Hield is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Mathurin with the ball, covered by Hield. Here's Reed. And Reed throws it down.
That's what you want to see. Reed playing big in there.
McGrady left side. Pass to Vanderbilt. Now McGrady. He's covered by Grant. Back to Vanderbilt. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The Rockets shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Wow. What, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And maybe cause some foul trouble along the way as well. We know what that can do. It pays off typically in good fashion for you.
Incredible for his age. The decision-making of Şengün GA is very impressive.
So calm when he sees a double coming. Reads and reacts with ease when he's on the block or at the nail. Reminds you of a young Jokic with how he sees the game.
Grant, that's good.
Boy, he's a much improved three-point shooter, Jeremy Grant. Coaches have to appreciate what he does for the team spacing because of him knocking that down.
Pass to Şengün.
And if you really want to make things hard on yourselves, this is exactly how you do it. Turnovers on back-to-back trips down the floor.
Warriors leading by 5. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And a wide-open look for Mathurin. Another 3 for Golden State.
A young guy who is ready to attack. Mathurin gets the ball and goes straight into his shot.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guy. Rockets trail by 8.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Holiday. He has 5. Thompson outside. The kick out to Mobley. Pass to Holiday. 6 on the shot clock. Houston needs to get a shot off. That's a 2 from Hield. And he misses his first shot of the game.
It just seemed like they were out of sync and waited way too long.
On the wing, Mathurin. Good, and Grant gets the assist. Mathurin's got the lead up to 11 now for the Warriors.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
To the inside. And it's Bona with the rebound. Now the Warriors moving it up. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Well, you know, it's been all high percentage shots for them so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
Rockets trail by 11. And there is a whistle. That goes on Andrew Nembhard. That's foul number 2 for him. There's 48 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Nice shot by Thompson.
If he develops a consistent three-point shot in his first few years, Thompson's going to be scary.
Now Nembhard hasn't made one yet. Here's Mathurin with plenty of space. No good there. Here's Thompson. And Thompson slams it home.
And his athleticism is really off the charts. Love seeing Thompson punch it home like that.
And the wide open shot from Reed. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Thompson for 3. It's rebounded by Golden State. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Here's Nembhard. And so it's the Golden State Warriors with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've played the better game so far, but their work is far from over. Back to the action in just a minute. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. When Naz Reid is out there, Clark, spacing the floor is a real asset for him.
For sure, and, you know, he really puts a lot of pressure on the defense because he can score from anywhere on the floor, and he's got great size and strength. And he does the little things, too. I mean, you look at his points and rebounds, this guy gets deflections, he goes after loose balls, he gets you extra possessions on the glass, he steps in and takes charge. I mean, he does all the little and big things.
And here's Jackson. 9 points in the game so far. Pass to Nesmith. Just 5 on the clock. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Durant beat the shot clock, but it's off the mark.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, well, like a lockdown corner in football, teams just try to keep the ball away from Jrue Holiday. He says, I feel like they're not afraid of me, but like, okay, get him off the ball. To me, that's respect. I don't need other people telling me how good I am. You can see it by their actions. Kevin?
So true. He can be intimidating, David, and we thank you for that report. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
Back to Dunn. Healed outside. The screen from Thompson. On the wing, Thompson. With the drive. Houston now working with the new shot clock. Back to Hield. Pass to Mobley. Thompson in the corner. And it's sent back by KD. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here. Rocket 2. Here's Şengün. Now here is Holiday. Second shot opportunity. And it's blocked. And they get it back. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
Shooting for Houston, Alperen Şengün.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1. Clark, looking at the growth and skill set of Şengün, he could be special.
I agree 100%, partner. He's got an instinct for the game that you just can't teach. The passing, the ball fakes, the pace at which he plays, it's all there. Feels like he could have the same. Kind of development trajectory as Jokic. We'll see. And Durant doesn't need to get up too high to throw it down. I think he could be dunking well into his 60s.
On offense, here are the Rockets. It's a one-point game. After this game, they can look forward to L.A., where they'll match up against the Clippers. That matchup falls in the middle game of this three-game trip. Tries again. Rebound by Wallace. So it's the Warriors now. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tracy McGrady. That is his first foul of the game.
Team foul.
Golden State moving the ball around. Back to Banchero. KD with it. Now McGrady defending. Pocket 6. Outside Durant. Durant driving the lane. And then Durant with the jam.
Well, using this momentum to his advantage when Durant takes off towards the rim. Watch out below.
Pass to Şengün. Nailed from three-point land. Şengün's got the game tied up here for Houston. Outside Jackson. Driving to the basket. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. 1:12 left in the third quarter. Pass to Şengün. Back to McGrady. Şengün with a wide open look. No good with the triple.
You know, he's not a knockdown shooter from there, but when you're that uncovered, you almost are forced to take it.
And how about the confidence from that corner spot? Banchero is special.
Rockets trail by 3. Now, here's Ivey. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Hield can't hit.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
The Warriors have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. That free throw, no good.
And a big man who can do a little bit of everything. Banchero's future is certainly bright.
Here's Ivey. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Hield outside. Vanderbilt with the screen. Right wing. Shot clock at 6. A shot. The Rockets with another miss.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Back to KD. The third quarter comes to a close. Warriors lead 5-4. It's the NBA on 2K.
The Rockets, 36.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Rockets trailed by 4. McGrady outside. Lets it go from the wing. The Warriors pull it in. Here's Grant. Takes it inside.
Now, this is why you gotta be excited about Mobley. Already a special and versatile defender.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Pass to McGrady. Drills it from outside.
And that's right in his wheelhouse. Looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Grant outside. There's a screen. Back to Nembhard. 4 on the shot clock. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Boy, in a game this snug, you can ill afford to commit those kinds of turnovers.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. To the paint. Here's Thompson.
And when he lets the athleticism take over, Thompson can do almost anything.
Pass to Reed. Grant outside. Back to Reed. Over Thompson. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
Yeah, that's just good basketball there by Grant. Moving the ball to the wide open man and getting an assist out of it.
Holiday with it. McGrady right side. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. McGrady's got it all tied up now for the Rockets.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Rockets on offense. McGrady outside. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Grant.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Pass to Ivey. Thompson from long range. Warriors with the rebound. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Mathurin. Ball is up on top. Reed with it. And Reed throws it down.
You can see why they turned to Reed in that moment. He is a heater.
Here's McGrady. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Comes up empty down low.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
Here's Reed. And the shot falls short this time. Rockets trail by 4. On the wing, Tracy McGrady. No good on the 3. And it's the Warriors with the ball. Pass to Wallace. Wallace the screen. Outside Jackson. Some nice passing by Golden State. 5 to shoot. And Reed throws it down.
Durant commands so much attention. Part of the reason why he had a wide open teammate there.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Holiday surveying the floor. Mobley wide open. The Rockets again can't hit. And so it's KD with it. He brings up the ball for Golden State. He's given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Using his length inside.
That's a nice play there. Not going to miss many from there.
And we got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, during that last break, I heard Ime Udoka as he talked with the team. Told his guys, focus up right now. Everybody needs to be on the same page out there. Let's go out there and take this game right now. Big words, guys.
Thank you, David. On the wing, Mathurin. Pass to Durant. And then Durant with the dunk.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Mobley outside. Misses, and the dry spell continues.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Here's Thompson. Offensive rebound. The kick out to Holiday. To the left wing. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.